So you have been told to be a supportive leader, a good listener, and also to put your team first. But what if I told you that your niceness, your overgiving, your constant yes, and your rescuing is actually silently damaging your credibility as a leader? If you have ever ended your day feeling drained, unappreciated, or like you are doing everything for everyone, and still not getting any results, this video is for you. So, few years ago, I was coaching a senior director, brilliant mind, high performer, and actually respected by his peers, but his team walking all over him. Why? Because he couldn't say no, and he thought being not saying no and being liked is actually a good leader. So he kept rescuing poor performers, absorbing blames, and softening every difficult conversation or every feedback until he was completely burnt out or his results actually tanked. The worst part is that he didn't even realize it was happening. He was just being emotionally intelligent. So here's the truth: people pleasing is not empathy, it's just unspoken fear. So let me be real. If you are a high performing leader, or you have probably done one of these things. You might have said yes when your gut is actually screaming no. You took on extra work because you couldn't say no, and you gave performance feedback so gently that it lost all its meaning. And you avoided tough conversation just to keep the peace. Or constantly asked yourself, did I upset someone? If that hit home, here's the real cost. Your team loses trust in your authority. You become resentful. The high performer feel unseen while the underperformer run the show. And worst of all is that you lose yourself. So this isn't about being too kind. It's about being emotionally misaligned. And at the root of people pleasing is usually one of these emotional patterns. The first is the fear of rejection, second is the guilt of being too assertive, and the third one is the childhood belief that love is earned by doing more. So I see this often in high performing leaders, that especially those who have grown in achievement based household and or have had emotionally unavailable authority figures. So you become the over functioning one, the fixer, the caretaker, but leadership doesn't thrive on approval. It thrives on authentic connection plus your emotional clarity. So how do you break free from this? Here's why I have created the leadership reset system, which comes with the first step is to learn to notice your triggers. In that system is what I talk about, that split second fear when you are about to say no or you cave into a yes. So you have to understand that particular trigger when you want to say no, but you actually say yes. So once you are aware about it, how can you go ahead and fix that? Use emotionally clear communication. This isn't about being harsh, it's actually about being real. So for example, instead of rescuing a team member, if they have missed a deadline, you can say, I trust you will find a solution and I'm here if you need any guidance, but I won't step in unless you ask for it. That's leadership with emotional boundaries. And you will be supportive, but you are no longer sacrificing or you're micromanaging your team member. So here's the unexpected twist. Once you stop people pleasing, your team doesn't fall apart. They actually rise because you are now leading with clarity and not compensation. And high performers love leaders who are emotionally centered. So your productivity actually increases and your team's ownership grows. And you finally feel respected and not depleted. So in the next video, I'm going to share exact 3 scripts what emotionally intelligent leaders use when they need to say no, without any guilt or any friction or a fear of rejection. So you won't want to miss that. But for now, this hit home and you are ready to lead with confidence without people pleasing, you can join my free masterclass by clicking on the link below. Thank you.